I have been growing snake plants and aloe vera plants for many years now, and in this entire gardening journey, I have made many mistakes and learned from them over time. Today, I want to talk about one such mistake which I have personally made, and I really want to share it with you. In this video, I'll show you what that mistake is, why it affects the plant, how to fix it, and how to make sure that neither you nor I repeat this mistake again in our gardening journey. Now, if you see this pot, this is a very beautiful Smiley planter, and I have been growing a snake plant in this pot for almost 2 years. From the outside, everything looks fine. But honestly, if this plant was grown in a different pot, the growth would have been completely different. The real issue here is not watering or sunlight, it's the pot design itself. If you look closely, the bottom part of this pot is wider, and the neck or top portion is narrow. Snake plants and aloe vera plants grow by producing new shoots from their roots. What happens in this kind of pot is that the roots grow comfortably in the wider bottom area. But when new shoots try to come up, they don't get enough space because the neck of the pot is narrow. Slowly, the shoots get stuck inside, growth becomes restricted, and the plant starts struggling. These kinds of pots are simply not suitable for plants like snake plants or aloe vera, where new growth comes from the base. This is another pot where I made the same mistake. This is an owl planter, and again, if you notice the shape, the bottom part is wider and the top is narrow. Same design, same problem, and eventually the same result. Now let me show you the condition of the plants. In this pot, you can clearly see that the leaves are drying, especially the leaves at the corners. The growth is not healthy, shoot development is very less, and hardly 3 or 4 shoots are visible. Ideally, the plant should be bushy, but here it is very compact and stressed. The same thing is happening in this pot as well. Leaves are drying gradually, shoots are present, but everything is tightly packed with no space to grow freely. Now comes the biggest challenge with such pots. Let me try to remove the plant. I'm holding all the shoots together and trying my best to pull it out, but it's not coming out at all. No matter how much effort I put in, the plant is completely stuck inside the pot. And this is exactly the problem with narrow-neck pots. You simply cannot take the plant out easily. The same situation exists in both pots. So now I'll show you an alternate way to remove the plant and fix this issue. I'm taking a screwdriver and inserting it through the drainage hole at the bottom. I gently loosen the root ball from inside and also loosen the soil. I keep the screwdriver slightly slanted so that I can push the roots and shoots a little upward. Even if some roots break or a few shoots get damaged, don't worry. Snake plants are extremely hardy plants, and they recover very well. Before pulling out the shoots, I remove some of the dry and unhealthy leaves. This step is important because it reduces the tightness of the plant and makes handling much easier. Once that is done, I slowly and patiently start pulling out the shoots one by one. This part needs time and care. Don't rush and try not to damage the new shoots. With a lot of patience and effort, I managed to pull out all the shoots from the first pot. I repeat the same process with the second pot as well, loosening the soil, removing excess leaves, and carefully pulling out each shoot. While pulling out the shoots, I also found this small shoot that was completely trapped inside and was not able to come out because of the pot design. If you notice closely, there is also a bit of fungal infection on the roots. This is another issue that can develop when the plant remains stressed and overcrowded for a long time, so this needs to be treated properly. Now you can clearly see the real issue caused by wrong pot selection. For snake plants, the pot should always be straight or wider from the top. The neck of the pot should never be narrower than the bottom. This allows new shoots to come out freely, gives enough space for healthy root expansion, and also makes repotting much easier in the future. At this point, I have all the shoots with me. The first thing I do is place these shoots in fungicide mixed water. For this, I take a fungicide in a pot and add some water to it, and then I place all the new shoots into this solution. This step is very important because during removal, some roots may have been damaged, and fungicide helps prevent any possible fungal infection. I have done the same treatment for the shoots taken out from the other pot as well. After this, I will repot them in the right type of pot, using proper soil and giving enough space for growth. So always remember, a beautiful decorative pot is not always a plant-friendly pot. Pot shape matters a lot, and choosing the right pot can make a huge difference in your plant's health and overall growth. I will propagate these new shoots in different pots and keep all of you posted about their progress. Hopefully, next year, I'll have lots of lush and healthy snake plants from these shoots. Happy gardening! If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more gardening tips.